Hello there, internets. Oh, I gotta get on headset real quick. There we go. So welcome to Cyber Monday. Did you pick up any deals? The only thing I bought today was a new baggage strap for the airplane. Because the one that's in there is quite ratty, worn, and for 20 bucks, get a new one. So you got some more of the station built.
I want to see that wobble.
And the little one is here. My wife came home from work early, so she's upstairs on a meeting. Oh, I did buy something else in Cyber Monday, a new battery for my wife's car. Because we got home at the airport the other night and it would barely start. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's 4 years old. Yep, time for a new battery. And that was a lot of fun to put in. They just don't make it simple. It's like my 58 Chevy. Take off the leads, take the old battery up to the battery store, get a new one, come in, put the new one on. Yeah, this was a nightmare. Like, required 3 different socket sizes to get the old battery out. Ugh. It was annoying. So yes, the little one, me, and the dogs are locked in the basement while my wife does legal call. But what? Yes. No, not her boss, but still, she's having to do lawyer things. But yes, my daughter has started a R2D2 collection. We have the Disneyland 70th anniversary and the 2025 Candy Cane R2D2.
It's holiday.
Holiday R2. Okay.
And I even named them.
And the kid needs a chip. You know, yeah.
So this is Candy Cane.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 70.
Yep.
I thought holiday was a bit too. Because which holiday is it? Well, Candy Cane mostly stand for Christmas.
That they do. Oh, and she has one of the big R2D2s that you spend too much money to build at the place at Disney World. We put that together last year, I think it was. And then somehow managed to get it home on an airplane without breaking. Yeah, I need to get her a ship. Although, yes, so that you can fly space trucking.
I don't know how to fly. I mean, I know how to fly with pink hand. All you need is happy fun. But how do you fly in real life? I don't. Okay.
Your dad owns an airplane. I don't know how to fly. Well, I guess that's kind of technically true.
I mean, I'm a kid.
True. Give it a few years. I'll have you running the radios.
Wait, who are you playing at?
Playing a game called Elite Dangerous, which...
You're gonna run into an astro meteor thing.
The space station. I'm slumming it with, Before RAM prices here, back whenever it was tax-free holiday back in August, I'm like, I should buy some RAM for my next computer build. Just have it tax-free. And then what is it in the last month or so? Price of RAM's quadrupled. Because this machine still does everything I want it to, but it is at the 5-year mark now, so over 5 years old. So at some point here, but I mean, it runs this just fine. All right. And that would be Fred barking at the snowplows. We're supposed to be at swim lessons right now, but those got canceled.
Because of snow.
What?
Because of...
Yes, because of snow. Your school didn't get canceled.
Smoky.
I don't think we're getting another 5 inches. We might get another inch or two. That being said, it wasn't supposed to start until 3 o'clock this afternoon and it's supposed to be over by 7. And now it started at 11 and they say it might be over by 10. So it could turn into one of those, oh, the storm system stalled. I guess it is Christmas time. I can't fault you for singing that now. I've been using Cruise Assist for weeks and rams you into... I tell you what, the docking computer, when it was first released 10 years ago, it was more likely to kill you than actually dock you successfully. I'm slumming it, but... I think so. Yeah, it's in the green bag in there. In the utility room. Yeah, I need to caulk around. We got a new door back here earlier this year, and I need to caulk around it. I haven't done that. Oh, yeah. Pay attention to what I'm doing here. Yes, we've been banished to the basement. Oh. Only 800, considering we're in the year of our Lord 2025, going into 26. Yeah, you know everything, huh? You mean multiplication? Yeah, you haven't quite got there yet. I think that's mostly latter part of this year, next year. Start getting into multiplication tables. Although, if they want to teach you new math, why the old math? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, calculus hasn't changed in like 300 years, so why do we need another way of teaching math? You gonna build a car park? $35 a day. Isn't that what, Wow, affordable parking. Affordable cars. Hey, if you could develop the $10 car, everybody would be, yes, you'd make a lot of people very, very happy. Because cars cost a lot more than $10, honey. I mean, we pay more than $10 to park the car. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, okay. Oh, everything's cheap in Droid World. Don't tell Elon Musk that. Yes, he's building real life droids.
Goodness. Oh my god.
No, he owns Tesla. And X. And SpaceX. And Starlink. The first world of robotics. Oh. Nothing over $100. $100 don't buy you a whole lot these days. Shoot, it doesn't even buy you a day at Disney World anymore. I don't remember, but it was more than $100 a day per person.
Take me then. Why do you?
Yes. We are doing what is known as spending your inheritance. I'm about to say mom and dad work, so
Especially the. That doesn't make
well, it does if you make sales calls.
farm.
Farms help. Well, yeah, the farms pay for our travel budget. Although we're doing a little bit more traveling now than later because, well, we're in good health. And I mean, my parents had grand plans of traveling the world, and when I went off to college, and my mother didn't live to see that, so I kind of learned at a very early age that do it while you're able. Those are rudder pedals. They're like the rudder pedals in the airplane. You use it to control yaw and toe brake.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
At the.
The Internet of Things is a bad idea. I mean, I don't want smart refrigerator. I don't want a smart toaster. I want just a toaster. It was just like putting the battery in my wife's car. The amount of crap I had to disassemble to get to it, to get it out, get it back in, and it had 3 leads off the positive. Where take the
Well, that's
where you take the 58 Chevy in 5 minutes. Take the leads off, take the battery up to the store, get a new one, come back 5 minutes later, old leads back on. Maybe spray on some corrosion protection, and Bob's your uncle. Actually, you do have an Uncle Bob. Grandma and Grandpa are with him right now on a cruise.
the boat. Here is most. Now, is some. Bob is some.
Bob is short for Robert. Well, yeah.
Sarah Robert. Wait, Bobber?
Robert. Bob is short for Robert.
Lady says Bob. Okay.
Um, oh, they got water purifiers here. 105. I'll grab those next. next trip.
Okay, okay, everyone can. Forget.
But yeah, I well, another thing, smart houses, smart cars, uh like our Acadia, when we bought it, it had the Weather Channel as a app in the infotainment system, and then last year or earlier this year, that app went away because I guess Weather Channel quit maintaining it for those models or whatever. No, you actually, I haven't found a replacement app on the phone that'll enable it through CarPlay for like the radar and weather updates and stuff. There's Weatherology, which doesn't have a map though. And to me, that was one of the coolest features of the car because when I was a
I know.
yeah,
Somehow it got taken away.
oh yeah, that's just it. They don't maintain it forever, you know, and then they want you to pay whatever it is, $500 a year for internet and app access and all that crap, and then map database updates.
Wait,
I
it's
mean,
like so it's normal R2. R2 gets.
oh, well, if he was outside today, he'd get snowed on.
It's exactly why he's holiday. Okay. The one. Bad car.
They're doing this now, but I say we were supposed to be at swim lessons, but weather canceled those events.
Well, this is okay. We didn't private because.
Ooh, those people are wanted.
Who I want?
These two people going here, but they're not. They're smart enough. They're not going to try to attack me, or maybe they are dumb enough, and I get to kill them. I haven't done a lot, much in the way of combat here. Polar Bear Club. Yep.
One.
Although I did try to get ARCs to rename the station today, and I don't know. I think because they're in England, I had problems. Credit cards companies don't like it when you make purchases in other countries, generally speaking. I tried Apple Pay, and it didn't like Apple Pay either. I'm going to try to get all the liquid oxygen delivered here. I'll get the water purifiers and more liquid oxygen. Then hopefully Kratos logs on with his Panther Clipper, and or if I do enough cargo runs here in the next couple of days, I'll buy another Panther Clipper.
I could put the snow on it.
Yeah. You can put it on R2-D2 or on the other R2?
Isn't that so?
Yep, it's almost as if they're made from a standard pattern. And then I need to message my avionics guy back. He had I could put in more modern yokes into the Cherokee. I have the classic bow tie, which I kind of like the bow tie yoke, so that doesn't bother me so much. Because, I mean, if I'm going to have a vintage 1960s Cherokee, I'm trying to keep as much of the vintage look as I can, you know, modern avionics stack and EFIS, but even the EFIS I'm using AV30s, which fit in the same round 3-inch round dials. I'll probably be on a good chuck tomorrow, depending on weather. Because if the weather continues to be bad and Because if it's bad weather tomorrow, then I'm not going out to the hangar to work on the airplane. So that's become my day job. Although I've got to get down to the farm, pay taxes, and do a few things too. On what grounds are you searching this vessel? We have a Space Fourth Amendment. How dare you search without a writ of search? My spaceship is my castle. I don't think that works under British law. Viper Mark III has deployed hard points. $105 of those. We need a bunch of aluminum, so I'll carry out some aluminium. Space redcoats. Yeah. And they got space trees in the game now, so do we need what would be the space version of the old War of 1812 song? 1814, we took a little trip down the mighty Mississippi.
That's it. They can drive.
So many belugas, and dolphins, and the Flying Dutchman. Something superstitious. Closest I know about that in space is I had a professor that was supposed to be on the Columbia mission that disintegrated over Texas on reentry, and he got disqualified for I think like a heart palpitation or murmur or something. And when that all happened, man, he that kind of hit him hard because those were all people he trained with. 1812. You know, 1812, the War of 1812 is one that kind of gets glanced over in the history books. It was really kind of Revolutionary War Part 2, but and then I have a Zoom meeting later tonight with Appleseed people to figure out our schedule for Missouri next year with the state coordinator and the other instructors. And we're going to hopefully see about getting a pistol seed, but I'm not pistol qualified yet. But they're getting ready to change some of that. But I have to shoot a Pistolier score, and I only went 1 day of a 2-day event last summer, and I did my M922, which the sights aren't exactly aligned, and the only way to align them is with a file. Or find different ammunition. I haven't gone through and tested all the various 22 loadings out there. Find one that does point of impact. Or the true answer is, next time I do it, just bring the full-size 92 and 9mm and not worry about it. Or bring one of the HKP 30s. Did we... I guess I targeted the planet. So Arachne, Kratos and I are going to come down and are planning to next summer, next August, probably, and do some pig hunting. Care to join us? Well, there's feral pigs that have taken over parts of Texas and they ruin crops. So you cull them.
This has now become holiday.
Festive, huh? A Festivus droid?
How? He got snowed on!
Yeah, you know, and I think they do it from a helicopter, but Kratos is also a licensed pilot, although I'm not sure if he has his medical right now or not. So I was going to fly up to Nebraska, pick him up, and we're going to fly down to Texas, West Texas. I don't think I needed a dock here. All right, non-lethal weapons. I thought I sourced some of those last night. 25, or maybe that was for the other space station. That must have been for the other space station. All right. Yes, that's the streaming computer. Don't know what that would do. But let's just leave it be. Yes. Yes. Like Star Wars, only I think they call it Witch Space to avoid trademark issues. Ask your mom. She can explain intellectual property law to you. Yes, I need to load Linux on one of the machines for the 3D printer. Let's leave it be, honey. But yeah, I've got to figure out which Linux distro for doing a 3D printer. I haven't. Blah blah blah. Maritime lawyer. No, I thought about at one point in time doing a program at University of Hamburg in maritime law. Kind of fascinating. Ooh, 11 viewers. Cool. Yeah, she's at the streaming computer. I have a Mac Mini that I use for streaming, for capturing the video and putting it out there. So Elite, Dangerous, it doesn't matter so much, but like DCS and X-Plane and stuff like that, every spare cycle I can give it, it likes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it fluctuates. Some people log off, other people log on. Yes, I know. I'm scumming it with Autodoc. Ah. Ooh, that person's wanted. Yes, they actually have space cruise ships in this game. Daddy has a couple. Yep. Back in the station, getting ready to dock here. So yeah, I stopped streaming 7 years ago. How old are you, honey? Huh, funny how that works out. Yeah, I used to do this on a more regular basis. And in particular, this game. Oh, looks like somebody got food cartridges. Boar hunting with spears and hounds. Then get surrounded by boars. Yeah, that would be our beer bacon. Beacon. Yeah, I wish it was beer bacon. That would be a nice space station name. Launching, exiting the station. Yep. Scene. Mm-hmm. That means we're excellent and we don't have any lag or packet loss. Yes, I'll explain how the internet works with packets. Mm. If you were a teenager, you wouldn't be hanging out. You'd be like not wanting to do anything with dad. I get what, 4 more years? 5? That'll happen, honey. 4 concurrent users. That means there's 4 people that are watching at this moment. Mm-hmm. Many things, not that. I just do this because it's fun. Yep. Oh, yes. I don't think that's quite right, honey. Did you say G or J? Oh, yeah, then you're right. I thought you said G. Yes, your teacher sent home spelling words here. Probably so. I will say this much. Her attitude toward homework and stuff right now is, oh, I have spelling words to do. I'm going to go up and see if mom's off her call. If she is, I'm going to go and work on my spelling words. You know, and I guess that works. But send her to private school up here, where they still learn things that are pedantic but interesting, like cursive. Do I need to run OBS again, or you do? Do I need to check on the audio with somebody? I didn't record your audio. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, is OBS messing up with me? Because it'll do that from time to time. I'm looking into other software solutions. Because eventually I'd like to be able to multicast to different platforms. Used to use a service called Restream.io for that, but I don't know what the cool kids are using these days. I haven't paid that much attention. OBS is one of those pieces of software that I know there's a couple of different forks of it now that may work better. I think Streamlabs has a version. But I kind of believe that the glory days of YouTube, if there ever were, are gone at this point. Twitch, ditto. I mean, you go on Twitch to complain about politics, not video game. I guess there's Kick, but I don't know. I don't. And Rumble. Which also go on Rumble and complain about politics. Just on the opposite side of Twitch. But I think that things are getting to the point that if you want to do any of this video content stuff, I'm not sure that something like Substack may not be the best option. No, I don't need any holsters. I have holsters for the 2 guns I carry on a regular basis. All the last minute Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. I bought a new car battery and a strap for the baggage door on the Cherokee. We got all of our Christmas shopping done a month ago. That's sort of a lie. I need to pick up a couple smaller things for the missus. But kind of her semi-Christmas present is / 50th birthday, because that was a couple of weeks ago, is going for a week-long cruise on the Treasure in March. Yes, the Disney treasure. But it has the Indiana Jones comedy show thing that I'm pretty sure my wife will be at every time they have it. But Emily will be 8, which means she can check herself in and out of the kids' club. See if Autodoc kills me. I think Rumble. I think Rumble is almost all commentators. They've tried to do gaming. I think they tried to get some famous streamer that got kicked off of Twitch for whatever reason and had a massive following, but at least Rumble has a TV app, unlike some other platforms. But like, I think what it is 10 years ago, when it came to serving mainline ads, you kind of had YouTube and a little bit in the Twitch department. But now that every streaming services have ads, Tubi, Disney Plus, Max, Paramount, all of them now, a lot of the big ad spenders are going to those platforms because they're regulated and safe and non-controversial. And then what's left now is a bunch of just slop crap, ads on YouTube that don't pay what they did 10 years ago. Because channel's not monetized at the moment. I lost that like in 2020, 2021 for not producing content in a long time. But back when it was monetized, I basically made enough back to cover all the flight sim hardware that I reviewed a decade ago. And other flight sim stuff. I broke even. Maybe made a few dollars, but that was the only goal that I had with monetization. Now I'm to a point where I don't really care. If I eventually get channel remonetized and make a couple of bucks, I make a couple of bucks. But it ain't gonna affect my life one way or the other. Starport services here. Looks like 3 or 4 more runs, and I'll have liquid oxygen done. I've heard that streaming on YouTube is not. It has technical issues. YouTube in general has technical issues. I don't know. I might see about putting up doing more stuff. I don't know if it'll be on this channel, a different channel, or what. Just do topics I want to do. I like to talk about airplanes, and I like things that go pew pew. Airplanes, I don't think YouTube cares if you talk about them or not. Things that go pew pew, they don't really want you saying anything about. Oh, the ads have ads. Ain't that the truth? I'll admit though, I subscribe to YouTube Premium simply because, especially when I'm down at the farm or going to the farm and back, I would listen to podcasts, and I got tired of skipping ads every in some cases, like every 5 minutes would be like 2 minutes worth of ads. It was worse than network TV. Which is funny because I can remember in the very early 80s, cable TV was the same way. You subscribed and you didn't get ads, and then eventually you subscribed and got ads on basic cable too, with the exception of things like HBO. Oh, I remember the 3-hour ads. Sometimes it'd be like movies or TV programs, and it's like, I can remember a few years ago it was really bad on any type of children's type content. But it's pretty clear that YouTube just wants to become the replacement for cable television and be all about being the tube and less about you. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't see I don't see the viable competitor to it yet emerged. Not going to be Twitch, but I don't know. Maybe X Twitter. Oh, good. Not a Type 10. I've had wanted Type 10s interdict me or jump in right behind me or right in front of me. Kind of a jump scare. Something I'm tempted to do tomorrow is call in my Type 9 or a Type 10 and put a bunch of high powered turreted weapons on it and then go sit in a high res while I work on other things. Because after a few days of space trucking, I gotta go shoot something. And outside of you, I haven't seen, or in Kratos, I haven't seen another player. I have some defense. Yeah, I was about to say your Type 9 is just a truckin'. Well, there's a Type 10, and I remember it came out about the time that the Thargoid invasion was happening. If I remember correctly, it has a bunch of spots for hull armor and a massive power distributor and shields and stuff. But I have bumper shields on this, and I got inducted by a AI FDL last night, and I was losing shields quickly. I managed to pop his, but I had to run before mine got popped. But again, this was configured for popping enemy shields and then having wingmen to deal with the hull. And then I also have healing on 4 of the beams, so I can repair shields. So I was really in the role of a support cutter. But I don't want to mess with it, like a bunch of stuff on the ship, because I have a bunch of legacy engineered stuff on here that's better than what you can engineer today, from my understanding. Of course, unlike some other commanders, I got everything legitimately and wasn't abusing bugs and glitches and other things, and I was able to go toe-to-toe with the commanders who did in that era. Because when I stopped playing, this was one of the best PvP cutters in the game. I'm not going to claim that in this configuration, but there's probably still some YouTube video of me taking out another cutter. He was trying to escape, and I hit him with the dumbfire missile that resets the FTL drive and kept him mass locked while everybody else finished him off. But I would sit in like another system and then drop in on the wing beacon. But my friends list in this game is people who haven't played in 100 months. So what is that? 9 years? Although I will say this new Steam VR headset, wireless VR, I'm interesting to see when it comes out next year. I still have my CV1. I just don't have anywhere to mount the sensor for it in my current setup. I have to figure out a way to jury rig that. Yes, I'm scumming it with auto dock and which I didn't think about it, but probably playing the Blue Danube Waltz gets the video copyright struck. Even though they got recordings that are in the YouTube audio library that is royalty free. Hi ho, hi ho. No, I don't want shipyard. $800. I'm delivering 688. Are you delivering liquid oxygen by chance? Okay, steel. All right. Then I'll finish off the liquid oxygen. Hooray, auto launch. Crash me. So they haven't completely fixed auto docking and the auto launch. SteamOS has been around for a while, but they confirmed that they're not going to subsidize the boxes, so it's just basically. I mean, unless they're going to be using like a customized AMD processor and graphics setup, you could pretty much just buy whatever the next architecture AMD chip that's coming out and graphics card and install SteamOS. Now, if they get a lot of these games to run on SteamOS, I would be very tempted to just leave Windows altogether. But wireless VR is kind of the. I guess I bought a CV1, about 10 years ago? Almost? 9 years ago? And it was like playing the game looking through a scuba mask. And also, is it going to have support for stuff like Track IR? If you wanted to go that route. Because I still think video capture with VR is goofy. Maybe they've perfected that by now, too. I don't know. Although I have been looking at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, it's like on sale for $25. 2024 is not. But yeah, the last 2 years I've been looking at building a new computer for flight simming and primarily for flight simming. And I've just the Intel chips have been The 5000 video cards have been I'm kind of waiting to see what AMD is going to do, although the last AMD processor I had melted. But that was 25 years ago. Yeah, that's what they're saying about the memory is the price of RAM quadrupled in the last like month. And they're expecting it to be a shortage that lasts 10 years for high-speed RAM. They're trying to build data centers here, but they got rejected. I don't know, maybe now's the time to put on your own solar panels just because it drives up the cost of utilities like crazy. Because, we're not building the nuclear power plants we need to power them. Unfortunately, other countries, mainly China, are. Which is one of the things I never I mean, it was clear 30 years ago we needed to build a new generation of nuclear power plants, and they take 10, 12 years because regulatory hurdles to build, and we should have been on that. But now apparently climate change isn't going to kill us all or something. I don't know. I just know that in my lifetime I've been told that we are all supposed to be dead from now by global dimming, global cooling, acid rain, hole in the ozone layer, space probes not being able to communicate with humpback whales. I'm sure there's a couple of other things. You know, the one thing that always kind of surprised me about electric cars and the Quest form, I thought that we would have gone to basically gas electric hybrids or diesel electric hybrids, like the Chevy Volt was before going pure electric, because that kind of makes sense to me. Charge up for short trips, 25 miles, and then, you have a 1 liter gasoline engine that is ultra efficient and powers up the battery pack if you need to go farther. Yeah, it made a lot of sense. I mean, that's basically how locomotives run. I mean, those are diesel electric, and they're insanely efficient. I thought that would be the end term, that, you'd see that throughout the 2020s, 2030s. And then maybe we'd have a breakthrough in battery technology by 2050. But says the man who bought a 1950s pickup truck with a 454 that literally burns a half a tank of ethanol-free premium going from my house to the airport and back, which is about 25-mile round trip. So like, I'm not totally against solar panels if you want to put them on your house. I mean, I've got a solar generator and about 800 watts worth of solar panels in case of an emergency. Enough to keep the refrigerator and deep freeze running for 36 hours if you don't get a full charge. Or a fan, or if it's hot, or a heater in the wintertime. But the idea of trying to, and even supplementing baseline power, okay. But to try to replace coal with intermittent power supplies, I played enough RimWorld to know how that doesn't exactly work out if you don't have the capacity, the battery capacity. Yes, I think I did get the Mandalay paint job. Great job, Auto Talk. 15 years and you still... Oh, Hey, it didn't crash me into the bulkhead this time. Maybe it has made some improvements. I actually need to buy a Mandalay. I haven't done that yet. Too busy space trucking. I will do that here. Getting too busy talking about energy policy and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Nope, using my good old cutter. I'll probably end up with a Panther clipper eventually here, but Kratos is using a Panther clipper. Basically, build out this station. I'll probably switch to Panther clipper. Especially if just going to be using it as a bulk hauler, but I like still having one ship has a little bit of teeth to it. Although I guess the Panther clipper has what, like 10 turrets or places for 10 weapons or something like that. I haven't checked into it too much. Yeah, not close enough. And I'm also scumming it with auto dock. And then I've got to map some keys to get into the external view. When I was playing this before, I had a set of the Thrustmaster Cougar multifunction displays that I had all that stuff mapped to. My current setup, I still have the displays, I just don't have them. I need to build something to mount them to. That and figure out a way to get about another dozen USB 2 ports. Get another USB hub. Powered USB hub. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it recognizes my Logitech or SideTech, whatever they are, Twitch panels. Well, I come from an era where auto dock would get you killed in this game. They seem to have made some improvements. All right, liquid oxygen is complete. Oh, landing gear. Yeah, when I stopped playing 7 years ago, I was big into the auto dock or manually dock yourself. It's faster, and it is. But I have to say that that was also a little bit easier with the not Thrustmaster, but the CH Products Pro Throttle that I was using, and I've got my Thrustmaster Warthog set up now. And the CH had a little joystick right at your thumb on the throttle that was just perfect for controlling the thrusters in this game, as opposed to more of the analog or button press option I have it bound to now, which is a little less than ideal. Yeah, well, Autodoc crashed me into the front of the station. That's why I carry bumper shields. I guess at some point I need to actually go into a station and buy, like, spacesuits and stuff. I still have, like, the basic spacesuit and space gun you get. Ooh, somebody's getting interjected there. The one ship, I would like to see what it would be like with a Beluga these days, because the Beluga the auto dock and the Beluga did not get along when that was first introduced at all. And it was difficult to dock even manually. But I sold my Beluga to buy the Corvette, I think. Back when long-range passenger missions was the meta. Ooh, the Python Mark II. $11,000. This is gonna take a few runs. About 20. How are we on steel? 10,000. Oh, about 20 runs. 18. Or I'll do a shipment of titanium. So what we're doing is building stations, and if I get arcs delivered to my account, I don't know if the transaction went through or not. I remember that ordering from Frontier's website with a US-based credit card is problematic at times. I think I had to get around it using PayPal last time, but I don't think I have PayPal anymore, so that I can rename some stations here. But we're building stations to memorialize fallen comrades from previous games. That's some nice rubber banding. Plus, I always just really like the cutter. That took a little bit of time and effort to get to the state that I can put it in. Yeah, the Type 8 is one of those ships that what they added in relatively recently, so never flew it. ED Backer. Federal dropship. I had one of those once upon a time. Also had the gunship. I think I still have a gunship with lots of DACA. All right, it is getting close to dinner time here, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get on Zoom call with other Appleseed instructors, and I imagine that'll probably be over about 8 Central, and probably around 9 Central I'll be back on, continuing to build out the station. Till then, see y'all next time.